Good morning. This is Mr. Burns. I'm your instructor for environmental science. And this is the fourth launch now that we've done this year. And the week is September 25th. We're starting the week of September 25th. I apologize for the black screen right now. I've had some problems with the webcam here and I can't show a video for some reason. I'll be working on that this week, but I wanted to make sure I got this out to you now. One thing I like to start with each week is anything that was difficult from last week. And as I look over what we did, you did atmospheric circulation and patterns, Earth's water. You did a project on Earth's water and water use. Most people are doing really well, getting the work in, and I like to see the quality that's coming along too. Just some tips on these projects. When you first go in, the first question seems like they ask every time is, what is your hypothesis? And that's good. Most people get that. It's the second question. In the second question, you have to put in your data, and you have to put in the lab analysis questions. You don't put anything from your procedure in. You go below that, and it's called lab analysis. Answer those questions and put them in, and try to number them too. If you can number your answers to correspond with your questions, that helps me a lot on this end. So I would really appreciate that. And then the last part, the number 3, you just have to write a brief lab report, and you have to do it in the format that they give you in the assignment. For instance, they start with a title, they do a hypothesis, they do a procedure, they do results, and they do conclusion. I should see all of those in your lab report. Not a big deal, just use each of those headings and write what you did for each of those 5 different categories. So that seems to be the most difficult part for people out there right now, is answering the questions in number 2 and setting up that very brief lab report in number 3. If you need help with that, I'd be glad to work with you on it, but you know, people are losing points because I'm not getting that back. I'm getting a lot of other things back. Okay, for this week, we are going to do the lab called Soapy Water. Some of you have done that already. You're going to do a project called Water Use, Water Conservation, and the lab Water Conservation. Those are numbers 14, 15, 16, and 17 in your grade book. And this week's reflection question is, why should we conserve water? Okay, just ask why should we, just answer that, why we should conserve water, and you'll get credit for going to this launch. Okay, once again, if there's any needs on anything, just let me know, and I'll be glad to answer them. Try to, for the projects, I know there's quite a few projects in this course, but just make an attempt. Always make an attempt on every question. Zeros really hurt your score. I don't want to see you get zeros, but if you make an attempt, you're going to get, you know, quite a bit of credit for it anyway. Okay, if there are 6 questions, make an attempt at every one. If there are 8, make an attempt at every one. And I'll be glad to give you comments too, and you can always come back and change your answers and work with it again. I allow that all the time. So I want to see you do well. I want to see you be successful. So let's hang in there and keep trying. All right, have a great week, and I'm sure we'll talk again. Bye now.